Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to interview a five-time Speaker of the House of Representatives. I'm going to talk about federalism. Sir, the consultative committee had already given the draft to President Duterte. And the problem is the Finance Secretary and even NEDA, they said when we insist on federalism, that would be very expensive because 120 billion pesos would be added on the coffer to just these regional states would finance for themselves. Do you think it's very expensive for federalism?
I think before they finalize a national position for consideration by executive, legislative, and civil society boards, all the way to the citizens and the voters. I think there should be one more national forum to be organized. Government and citizenry for a common united front action of the Filipino people on when and how federalism would be launched and approved or disapproved by the Philippines. One more attempt to activate a truly national agenda on the actions that the Filipino people will take vis-a-vis federalism. For a while, there was a momentum that this will be done before the election. But now, that is out of the question. So, it means the tempo, the temperature and the tempo of the actions that the Filipino people must take in the next few months are now gone. They will not be available for action anymore before the elections or during the elections. It means now, therefore, that the federalism can only be taken up by the Filipino people. Perhaps in the year 2019 or 2020 or before 2022.
Sir.
So the previous timeline that was talked about or predicted is now about to pass. And it means that there will be no approval of federalism by the elections of next year.
Are you privy to the statement of Are you privy to the statement of Secretary of Finance Dominguez that we are going to hell if we insist on federalism? Because first, the Moody, Standard & Poor, Moody, and those credit rating outfits abroad would downgrade our credit significance abroad. So when we borrow money would be very expensive to us. Inflation would be higher, he said.
How right you are. That's the reason why I believe we should take another run at this in mobilizing national opinion for or against this problem. Because a strong run of disapproval is mounting.
More Filipino people don't understand federalism.
It's mounting because of lack of understanding. So I would suggest that this should be subject of national study
about the business confidence
in the next in the next 3 years, before the end of the term of the president. So the first 3 years are about to end next year. So the next 3 years should be complete, thorough study of the pros and cons of federalism, and a final comprehensive study by the financial managers, by the economic managers,
NEDA, Department of Finance.
and we want a yes or no action plan coming from them.
Sir, based on the present setup, the senators are lukewarm because they said in case there will be federalism, there will be no term for them again because the plan is for parliamentary system, federal parliamentary system. So how can we expect that this law, this federalism will become a law when the senators themselves would not approve that?
That's exactly what I'm saying. One, for federalism to be acted upon and approved by a bicameral Congress, all the senators must come on board. And if they come on board, then there is a better push for federalism. Otherwise, we should abandon it for the moment. Because now, the single biggest problem facing the nation of the Filipino people is the economy, the economy, the economy. And with interest rates mounting, and the president of the land, President Duterte, should call for national summit, political, economic, and civil action movement for 1 week, so that we can agree on the national agenda for the Filipino people for the years 2019 and beyond. We can all take a common action plan and act on it, not later than the year 2011. So we know where we're going. Now the country is in a state of
Inflation,
disarray.
Trillanes is there, the Broha there.
This disarray, and we need the national leadership must now mobilize the nation, the Filipino people, the masses, the intelligentsia, the Senate and the House, and civil society, and agree once and for all what we want to do. There is no approved national action plan.
Before I end this interview, last week I was reading non-parade columnist Maximo Sullivan in an event in Forbes Park. He met you there, and you lamented I think that was 8-7 vote Supreme Court. You nearly get this people initiative to change the constitution, the 8-7, and Max Sullivan said, Fighting Joe was there, and I asked him when the click lights started to flash, he gave his 1,000 watt smile, and he said he'll be asking for reconsideration in the Supreme Court. Because, ladies and gentlemen, when the speaker was the speaker, he almost pardoned the amendment of the Constitution. That was 8-7, am I right, sir?
The decision was 8-7.
8-7?
We missed it by only one vote.
One vote only. He missed it. Every president wanted to change the Constitution. Even Duterte wanted to change. But Joe Di Benicia during his time, only one vote from the Supreme Court.